All right, man. Torture Talk. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to y'all, man. So today's topic, we're gonna be talking about Drake. Has he stolen someone's lyrics? And the guy, he's calling him out on X. He's putting it out there. So yeah, we're gonna get into that. Before I get into that, I gotta get my spill. This is Torture Talk, the 8 a.m. show. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you are new here and you are on the fence, let me work for your subscription today. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content and that's absolutely free. So if you want to leave a donation, you can, and yeah. Also, all the single, beautiful ladies, put a one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones at. Right there. You know what I'm saying? Shoot your shot, nigga. Just don't harass them. They called me the hidden gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers to almost 10,000. I should be 10,000 before the weekend is out. So yeah, man, we're gonna get into this clip. And yeah, let's go. This is coming courtesy. Pause. Coming courtesy of Yo EQTV. So let's get it. All right, so let's go, man. Let's go.
Alrighty, guys, we are back. It's your boy Q, and up next we have some potentially damning news. Definitely shout out to Nick Cali for giving me the heads up. But it seems like Drake has lifted some lyrics for his record No Face, which is one of the records that leaked and is now on DSPs, which honestly I'm assuming that, like fam, the labels are as much a part of these like organic leaks as you can be. They definitely know what's up. It seems like a marketing tactic they're using. Really different for him. But all in all, it's still how he releases a lot of his stuff. It's like usually.
So when he says lifting some lyrics, that absolutely obviously means that he stole them. Like lifting something, a lot of people don't know what lifting means. It means stealing. So he stole, took, lift, put it in his pocket, ran out the store. See people be running in the store and taking racks of clothes and running out the store and they stop him. They're telling the regular people standing there running right by him like, yo, stop him. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Let him steal it. I ain't getting shot. Nah, don't let him steal it. I ain't for stealing, but So let's keep it going.
These secret drops. It seems like an artist by the name of Six Paths. Honestly, it's probably going to be expected for a lot of people. A lot of people have had this narrative on Drake for a long time that he really doesn't write his biggest records. And if this is the case for No Face, this is definitely the most, I guess, well-received record he's dropped in the leaks. So it's going to be really damning, especially with him trying to erase the narrative that, like, his biggest records are somebody else's. This is not going to help, fam. The artist goes by the name of Six Paths. This isn't his first time accusing somebody of stealing his work. It seems like he did that with Trippie Redd last year. But I know people are going out there and basically making it seem like it's like more than them. Like he just goes around and makes these claims. But if time.
Yeah, so there's a couple of artists out there that made claims on a couple of no-name artists, or I'm gonna say no name, that's the wrong words, choice of words. There's a couple of artists out there that made claims on bigger artists that they stole their work. Now, I will say I do know a couple of people actually that did happen to, where they made a beat and they put it out, and since they didn't copyright it, the artist took it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say who and I'm not gonna say what. I'm just gonna say that did happen. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So, but I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
Stamps or everything, his record was released 7 months ago. So unless Drake actually put out a snippet, then it's gonna be really hard to like prove that you didn't steal this from him. With this track being 7 months old, yeah, there's a lot of things like parallel thinking, which dude, there's lyrics that like, dude, everyone's on the same wave. Like there's gonna be a lot of lyrics that are gonna mirror each other. But this did seem a little too spot on.
Now that happens in battle rap a lot. I don't know if y'all follow battle rap, but in battle rap, a lot of the rappers they tend to use the same bars sometimes, and sometimes they do it. They do it, unintentionally. They do it, but there's a lot of times where battle rappers use the same. I remember the defeat bar. It was all over the place. Everybody was using the defeat. They were trying to figure out ways to defeat. So many different ways you could spin that. You know what I mean? But then you have the obvious ones where people literally take the words right out of people's rhyme and just say it, their version of it, but it's the same exact words.
But enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into the music. So I'm going to play a little bit of the No Face record so you guys can see what the lyrics are that were lifted.
Don't get sleepy off no melatonin. My therapist put in a 30-day notice because I keep on talking about beef.
And mind you, this was like Drake's most well-received leak.
In business and money and women, there's no diagnosis. They emptied the clip. Quick, swat that shit out and I came back.
All right, so that's the line right there. I'm going to be putting it in the description as well, but let's get into Six Path's record so we hear what he's talking about. There we go. The timestamps are there, and I'm pretty sure you can't go and replace the record. So yeah, if we're going to go by the timestamps, this obviously was released way before No Face. So it's going to be really damning. But like I said, definitely let me know if there was like any snippets or anything like that floating around of this record, because he could have easily lifted it himself. But yeah, jump right into it. It's entitled Women. Just a snippet as well.
Sleepy out, no melatonin. My therapist put in a 30-day notice. Cause I keep on talking about beefing in business. And money and women, there's no diagnosis.
Yeah, fam.
Oh no! Oh shit, bruh. Yo. Bruh. Look, let me explain something to y'all. SoundCloud, right? And I know that Drake is very fond of SoundCloud. Very fond. So the thing is, people put their stuff on SoundCloud and they never get heard, right? Some of them get on SoundCloud, but they never get heard, you know what I'm saying? And what happens is these rappers, they hear that. They'll use the rap. Now, some of them complain where they don't have no means of complaining. Some of them don't even care. Some of them feel honored that a big rapper, some of them want money, be like, nah, that was mine. You know what I'm saying? You took my record. But I'm not sure how SoundCloud works. I'm not sure. I do understand that when you put something online and there's the timestamp, there is a copyright there that is yours. So I don't know if it's foolproof when you go to court. I don't know. But a lot of rappers, they don't understand how it works. They put out music and that's it. They don't know that they have, a legal obligations on their side that they can take advantage of. They don't know that. So they just basically, I remember the old man's copyright. They used to say, when you make music, mail it to yourself and never open up the package. You know what I'm saying? And basically you have the stamp on it. So if you go to court, be like, yeah, open this up. This and they used to laminate it. We did all that back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't know how to do the real actual copyright. So, but I think it's different for online now. So they go online, they take these artist stuff. Some of them contact the artist, say, look, I want to use your song. I'll pay you $1,000. And some of them never seen $1,000. That's a lot of money to them. So they take it and that's it. Not knowing that this guy's going to make millions off of it. They don't care as long as they get the band. That's it. So.
Empty the clip. Ain't no one noticed. Yeah, not on her face.
Yeah, literally a 1-to-1. It's going to be really hard to prove that Drake didn't lift it. At the end of the day, it also may not.
Bro, no. This is not hard. There's no way in the world. There's no way in the world you can sit here and tell me that Drake and his team did not know what they were doing when they took this boy stuff. When they took this man's stuff. They knew exactly what they were doing when they took his stuff. They went online and he was probably listening to some shit and it came up. Now, if this is true, you know what I'm saying? Now, this is true, but we don't know. We will have to wait and see if who came out with what first. You know what I'm saying? But most likely, he's gonna get drowned out because they're gonna say, "Oh, you always saying that." That's what people say when they come to bigger artists and smaller artists.
Been him, Drake, that directly took these lyrics. He does work with other writers as far as we have seen, and honestly, it's been proven. So it could have been anybody that was inspired by this and literally wrote the record, not thinking this would get out. But we live in a day and age where stuff like this isn't going to be left uncovered for way too long. Like these type of things are going to be found out, especially when one of these artists can get eyes on them now for like the first time ever. You know. Let's actually listen to it one more time.
Melatonin, my therapist don't get sleepy, y'all know melatonin. My therapist put in a 30-day notice. Cause I keep on talking about beefing in business. And money and women, there's no diagnosis. Empty the clip. Ain't no one noticed. Yeah, not on her
Yeah, fam, that's a 1-to-1. A 1-to-1.
Bro, he literally took the words and just put it over a different beat. Even the empty the clip part. That's crazy, yo. Damn, Drake. Damn.
Paint by numbers, definitely. I don't think if he was one of the ghostwriters, he would be blowing this up like this. So you can only assume that these records were lifted, or maybe he was a willing participant and he just didn't get the credit. A lot of times these producers will work with artists and create these references, and it's really on them to like make sure that the writers and people they work with get credited. Not only that, they also work with loop makers, and a lot of times those people do get the shaft, and a lot of times those people do go and kind of like kill the record because they want some ungodly amount for like as far as percentage wise. But yeah, man, these two records are 1-to-1, and he also posted on his Instagram as well. Basically, I'm guessing there were people that were saying that he just literally replaced that later, but he was able to bring up his session where he actually made the record.
I really hope this would shut all y'all up, bro. I hope you could read. You see that? Alright.
don't get sleepy, y'all know melatonin. My therapist put in a 30-day notice. Cause I keep on talking about beefing in business. And money and women, there's no diagnosis.
Alright, dog. More proof. Y'all like, the one you showed on TikTok ain't got no comments. Yeah, cause I want to show you. I had that bit a month before. OG song 2 minutes. And then what?
I
I dropped it a month later. 50 seconds cause I want to do.
It seems like he put out the snippet just to like test the buzz and then put it back on private, I guess waiting to release like the full version. But yeah, at the end of the day, the session file, obviously anybody could go in there and literally change the acapella out or re-record the acapella.
My thing is like, why do people act as if like Drake never did this before? Like people act as if like he never stole, he never took nothing, he never did anything. The man literally showed you this. You know what I'm saying? And again, it could be lightning could strike and something can change. We don't know. But from what we seeing, if he's showing the timestamps on SoundCloud and he's showing it on his session timestamp, unless he's a computer genius and know how to manipulate stuff, and why would you? First of all, why would he do that? Why would he do that if he know he already gave it to Drake and they must have had some type of contract? Somebody somewhere going to pull up something. Who knows? But yeah, man, it just seemed to me like his writers, whoever wrote this for Drake, they was going through songs. They got lazy and listened to, yeah, I'll take that. I'm just going to say that. And wrote it down and then gave it. And then the bull, probably nobody knew him. And he probably was never going to say anything. And that's what they was hoping for.
That's not 100%, but the fact that the timestamps do say 7 months is very damning. Yeah, so it seems like he's also comparing himself to X, because obviously Look at Me was another record where Drake actually told him he was inspired, and I guess they were going to do a feature, a remix for it, and Drake just went and did his own version of the record.
Wow. That's how y'all feel? That's how y'all feel? Fuck Drake? All right, nice. Run that shit.
Yeah, man. The caption reads, "Mood. They killed X trying to call out Drake for stealing his song. I know I'm risking my life doing this, but I can't just let someone straight steal my entire 4-bar lyrics." It is only 4 bars, but like, still, he's obviously not credited for it. Even the little beat pause on Empty the Clip, you can't say that's coincidence. Yeah, no, obviously, like I said earlier, there is parallel thinking. People come up with like similar.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy that they would orchestrate a whole thing around that. You know what I'm saying? And now you see what you're dealing with. Now we see what we're dealing with. The man's going around having his writers or whoever's doing anything for him stealing and putting it in him, and and him rapping the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy.
Lines, and they've never stepped into the studio with each other, never heard the record, and it's just something that was, dude, it's one of those things, like, it's like when a big pop culture event happens, like, expect to hear a bunch of like lyrics referencing that as well. But yeah, and if you do, then I know you're just a delusional D-riding Drake fan who supports PDF files. And next is memory, I ain't stopping till I get justice, and if anything happens to me, then y'all know who the F did it. Drake has also thrown lines after the X passing where people have dissected it and basically inferring that he has something to do with it. This isn't just like a word or two that was like...
Yeah, that's crazy. That's very crazy. Very, very, very crazy.
Lifted or something that you can chalk up to just a random coincidence. For me, if it was some generic 4-bar line, then I probably wouldn't even think twice. But it kind of seems way too on the nose for that to be the case. I don't think that Drake is surfing like SoundCloud, like, but obviously I can't rule that out. Like, you'll be surprised. This doesn't just happen to artists. This happens to producers as well. A lot of these producers will send these beats out to these rappers, and when these rappers are in these rooms, who do you think they're there with? They're there with other producers, and a lot of times it's probably easier for them to just get that producer to kind of remake the beat, which is a lot easier to get away with, especially with how similar production is these days. There's only so many drum patterns and 808 patterns and melodies that people really use. So it is a lot easier to lift beats. But something like this, I do feel like is a little too on the nose. It's still yet to hit the news cycle, so I am definitely going to be interested in seeing what you guys think, or if in all actuality Drake really did take these bars from him, or if it was just somebody that he works with. But at the end of the day, man, them people should have definitely got clearance from that artist, because now they have a situation which is going to be something that Drake's been a part of before. Like, how many reference tracks have leaked throughout the years? But this is coming right after the beef, after everyone basically running with their narrative that he doesn't write, like, which I don't think is the case. I feel like he does write. But now with this allegation, people are going to say that, yo, you can write, but you don't write your biggest records. So, yeah.
I don't know about that. I was one of those people, and I always thought that Drake did write his own stuff. But I started to realize that as I started to listen to more, maybe in the beginning, maybe he was a writer. But he was a straight rapper back in the day. He really didn't do hooks. He didn't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do none of that. And I think that once he became a manufactured puppet, he started doing more manufactured songs. You can see the difference between the two. Because if you go back and listen to Comeback Season, So Far Gone, back then he was rapping. But he wrote most of that from my point of view, my thought. He wrote most of that. But after that, once he became a major artist, yeah, they told him, they had somebody come in and say, listen, this person's gonna come in and do this person's gonna come in and do that. And I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that Drake was being controlled like a puppet, but he was. I mean, he seemed like he was a boss. He appeared to be the boss, but he wasn't the boss. He had 5 different labels that he was signed to, and they was all in his pockets. It was pimping him out. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, he's still getting pimped out.
Definitely let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think that Drake took this? Do you guys think that the dude is capping? This is obviously the most eyes he's probably ever had. He did go through a similar situation with Trippie Redd. Definitely got to look into that. But where there's smoke, there's fire. And obviously with Drake's past and history, people are only going to assume that he's doing the same thing here. Definitely let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think he lifted this record? Or do you guys think it's a coincidence? And do you guys think it was just parallel thinking? Definitely.
Yeah. So you already know where the source is going to be at. You know what I'm saying? Without my commentary, it will be in the description. Yeah, man. I think about taking a trip to Japan. You know what I'm saying? I need to do some more research. I need to start researching more, going around the different countries and researching. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need to do. I need to research some things. You know? But yeah, man. The thing is, when it comes down to Drake stealing or lifting or taking, I think that a lot of this has become acceptable behavior from Drake, and a lot of us give him a pass for it because he's been doing it so long, and it's kind of like, oh well, it's not a big deal. It's Drake. We know he's. That's the biggest issue, or the biggest issue that I think the fans on our side have. You know what I'm saying? We don't never hold Drake accountable. Well, now we do. That Kendrick put it out, even like with the Sun thing. I think with the Sun thing, what Pusha T did with Adonis, I don't think that we held him, held him accountable. And I put it to you like this. I think a lot of this comes from generational things between us. I think there's certain things in the Black community that we allow to go on because of our melanin. I'm just gonna say that. Some people get a pass, some people don't, and I think that happens with Drake. I think he gets a pass on a lot of things. Now he's really not, but it's just to me. It goes a little bit deeper than that, and we kind of forgive him for certain things that we wouldn't forgive other people for. You know what I'm saying? I could imagine if Kendrick had hit a child, and then he'll be out of here. Nobody wouldn't believe him. But again, Kendrick holds his, and another thing too, this goes by who holds themselves at a higher standard. So Kendrick holds himself at a high standard, and we believe he's a high standard. He is he's the how would I say? Kendrick Lamar is a vintage priceless Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? Top of the line, $200 million priceless Mercedes. Drake is a he's a Maybach, but everybody has that. You know what I'm saying? He's 2 million, 3 million. It's not really, he's worth something, but he's not worthless, but he's worth something, but he's not classic. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, everybody has that. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's him. And I'm starting to believe that the more and more I dig into this, I'm starting to believe that he wasn't never a trendsetter. It was always someone else that he rode the wave. He just made it popular. You know what I'm saying? If you think about all his records, all the people that he jumped on with, they had the wave. They started the wave. He just, how do I say this? He just splashed the water but he splashed the ocean for the tide to come up. But he was never really the wave on none of his stuff. He didn't start anything. Now that you go back and listen to his stuff, everything came from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Everything. And I think he took the credit for it because he was the big artist. And yeah, but I think we definitely should stop giving Drake a pass on certain things. And I know a lot of his fans out there, they don't think that he can do no wrong. And it's like, nah, he can. But yeah, man. You know what it is, man. 12 o'clock show coming up. Y'all have yourself some good breakfast, man. If y'all don't eat breakfast, I know a lot of people don't eat breakfast. Just break fast. They don't eat breakfast. They end up going and fasting and all that stuff. So, hey, man, love y'all. Y'all have a good morning. Go back to sleep, man, if you ain't got to work. You know what I'm saying? All right, man, see y'all.